Hi, I'm Prasanthi Karunaratna. Well, actually, I was wanting to buy a house and specifically an HDB that fits my budget and also, that will comfortable for my family. Actually, I met Cindy through a referral. Okay, the engagement was actually really nice because Cindy herself I found to be very professional, but at the same time quite friendly and quite a kind and nice person. So I really like working with her. So in general, initially when I had the discussion with Cindy to, find out whether I could afford a HDB and, what were the requirements, because I was really clueless. And Cindy was very, very informative, and she walked me through the process, and we did the initial calculations, on charges that I need to face, the taxes that I may need to, pay, and also based on my background whether I might be eligible to purchase an HDB. But Cindy, even though I told her that I didn't have the money, which obviously meant that I couldn't go ahead with the purchase at that time, still she was very, very supportive, and she didn't drop me. She continued to support me and keep tabs with me, and I actually went back and forth several times asking her questions, and even then she was very, very helpful. So at the end, when I actually managed to save the money I needed based on our calculations initially, and when I was actually looking for an agent, I definitely decided to go with Cindy because she was not pushy and she was definitely there to support me, when I didn't have the money, and she knew that I couldn't be her client immediately. I have engaged with several agents, and then I realized that many of them were really pushy, and I felt that there was nothing personal. It was always a business relationship that I felt from them, and I really didn't like that. What I really liked about Cindy and why I definitely decided to go with her was initially, like I said, she was very helpful even though she knew that I may not be her client. But at the same time, she is not pushy. Several agents that I spoke to, they were like really pushing me to purchase something or come and see something. I felt that they are pushing their agenda. Whereas with Cindy, I felt that she really has my interest at heart and she was really trying to help me. So that really made me, go with Cindy. Because it didn't feel like a business transaction. It was like two friends going to, look for a place. We used to go and eat out. Of course, I bombarded her with possible, houses that I might be interested in. And sometimes I went way out my budget just because I liked the place. But she kind of kept me grounded. So, it was more two friends going out to look for a house for one of them rather than an agent and a client going to see houses. So what exceeded my expectation is from a agent's point of view. It would be like they help you find the house that you want, and if you really stick to one, if the money is also good, you can afford it, usually an agent will, even a good agent will just say, okay, then we go ahead and offer for that house. But not so Cindy. She will do her additional calculations. She will go and look beyond what is being put out there for a particular place, and then she will come back and say, hey, Prasanthi, we'd better not look at this particular place. It's not so nice, and I'm sure there will be a huge COV for you, and I know what your budget is and what you can afford. So let us look for something that is reasonable, So I knew I could rely on her to do that part of things, you see. And I'm a very busy professional, so really don't have the time to go and look at whether a house is reasonable or whether it has everything that we need to look into. Cindy knew all of that, so that helped, and that was beyond expectation for me because while I expected my agent to help me, I didn't expect them to kind of go beyond what is being offered to look for those prices and advise me on certain things. And one additional fact that I really liked was I'm looking for houses. I was kind of alone, but I could depend on her to, give me good advice. This was really beyond my expectations, and the friendship that we have formed. Definitely beyond my expectations. Most definitely, I will recommend Cindy to my friends because you see, when you recommend somebody, if they don't perform well or if they don't do good things with the other person also, invariably they come back and tell you, right? They trust me to recommend a good person for them. Definitely I will be recommending Cindy because I found her to be trustworthy and helpful and above all kind. Oh, definitely a 12.
You must be, whoa, I can't sleep tonight, Prasanthi.
But that's the truth, you know.
Oh,
Yeah. I told you no scripting, just exactly what I feel.
No scripting. I
Yes.
just want honest, authentic
Feedback. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome, Cindy. Well, I definitely would like to thank you, Cindy, for stopping me from buying that other house because as you know, I was going crazy over something, and you definitely gave very good advice, which has resulted in me getting a much better place at a better price and you know, overall much more suitable for my family and myself. Yeah, so thank you very much.
Well, what can I say? This is why I do what I do, and this is why I'm in this line. Yes, money is good, but when I get friends, I won't call them clients, like Prasanthi, it's not a job anymore, you know. It's just, yeah, like she said, you know, it's like two friends, two girls going, you know, shopping and looking for houses, and it's no longer a job to me. So I think that's the most fulfilling, most satisfying part, when you can handhold and work with somebody like a friend. So from me, Prasanthi, thanks a million. It has been a joy working with you. You're so funny and entertaining, and it's not a job. Yeah.